Episode 48, The Leadership of Silence and Space. Intro. Welcome to Episode 48. Today we explore a dimension of leadership that is often overlooked: silence and space. Not the silence of absence, but the silence of presence. Not the empty space of disengagement, but the spaciousness that allows others to breathe, contribute, and grow. Silence as leadership. Silence is not weakness. It is a form of strength. When you pause before responding, you show respect for the voices around you. When you listen deeply, you invite trust. When you hold back from filling every moment with words, you create room for clarity. Think of silence as the fertile soil where ideas can take root. In negotiation, silence can reveal priorities. In teamwork, silence can empower others to step forward. Space as empowerment. Space is the invisible architecture of leadership. It is the pause in a meeting that lets someone gather courage to speak. It is the openness in a conversation that welcomes diverse perspectives. It is the willingness to step aside so others can shine. Space is not passive. It is intentional. By creating space, you give permission for creativity, resilience, and collaboration to emerge. Silence plus space in negotiation. When combined, silence and space transform negotiation. Silence lets the other side reveal priorities. A space allows multiple options to be considered without pressure. Together, they shift negotiation from confrontation to co-creation. Everyday practices for informal leaders. Even without a title, you can embody silence and space. Pause practice. Before responding, take 3 breaths. A listening circle. In meetings, invite one person who hasn't spoken yet. A spatial awareness. Notice when conversations feel crowded. Step back to let others step in. Silent reflection. End a discussion with 1 minute of quiet before deciding. These small acts transform everyday interactions into leadership moments. The invisible power. Leadership of silence and space is invisible, but its effects are tangible. Teams feel calmer and more creative, and negotiations become less adversarial. Relationships deepen because people feel heard and valued. Closing reflection. Leadership is not always about speaking louder or acting faster. Sometimes the most transformative act is to hold silence and open space. In Episode 48, we remind ourselves: presence is power. Spaciousness is influence. Silence is trust. Space is freedom. Teaser, Episode 49, The Dance of Adaptability. As we move forward, Episode 49 will take us into another essential dimension of leadership: adaptability. How adaptability transforms uncertainty into opportunity. Why flexibility is resilience in action, not weakness. Practical ways non-managers can embody adaptability in daily negotiations, teamwork, and decision-making. Episode 48 taught us the power of silence and space. Episode 49 shows us how to move within that space, with grace, awareness, and creativity.